I had a bad feeling long before the night of the party, like a quiet storm creeping in without thunder. She had become distant, smiles replaced by silence, affection replaced by locked screens and secretive texts. Still, I convinced myself I was just paranoid, that love means trusting even when something feels wrong. So, when she asked me to go with her to that party just to unwind, I swallowed my doubts and agreed. I had no idea I was about to walk straight into the biggest humiliation of my life. The house was packed. Music blasting through the walls, lights flashing in red and blue streaks across faces I barely recognized. We entered together, but within minutes she vanished into the crowd. I stood by the doorway scanning faces, telling myself she was just saying hello to old friends. But then 20 minutes went by. Then 40. Each minute stretched like an hour, and my chest tightened with that same uneasy feeling I'd been ignoring for weeks. I finally spotted her near the bar laughing, really laughing in a way she hadn't in front of me in a long time. But it wasn't the laughter that broke me. It was the man beside her, tall, confident, his hand resting low on her waist like it belonged there. She didn't push him away. She leaned closer, whispering into his ear, her fingers brushing his shirt like this was normal, like I didn't exist. My pulse hammered in my ears as I walked toward them, trying to hold on to the last piece of my dignity. "Can I talk to you?" I asked her quietly, hoping there was some explanation that wouldn't destroy me. She wouldn't even meet my eyes. The guy stepped in, his chest against mine, guarding her like she was his. "She's with me tonight," he said, his voice low and mocking. Before I could even respond, his fist crashed into my jaw. Pain exploded across my face and I stumbled back, the room spinning as people gasped and stared. But the worst part wasn't the punch. It was her reaction. She didn't scream. She didn't help me. She laughed, grabbed his hand, and walked out with him without a single glance back. The room felt colder without her in it. Conversations resumed in hushed whispers. People staring at me like I was some tragic scene in a movie. My friends rushed toward me, offering help, but I refused. I didn't want sympathy. I didn't want anyone to see me bleed while my heart shattered silently inside my chest. I drove home alone, my lip bleeding, my thoughts louder than the engine. Every mile forced me to replay her laughter, the warmth in her eyes. But not for me. The home, everything felt different. The house was the same, but the air felt heavier, like betrayal had settled into the walls. I sat on the couch, still in my torn, blood-stained shirt, staring at the door like I expected her to walk in and say it was all a prank, a bad dream. Messages started coming in. Friends asking if I was okay. People from the party saying they were sorry they didn't step in. I ignored them all. I didn't want pity. I wanted answers. I don't know when I fell asleep, but when I woke up, sunlight was peeking through the curtains and my phone was vibrating endlessly. Groggy and numb. I picked it up and froze. 89 missed calls. 42 text messages, all from her. My heart pounded as I pressed play on the first voicemail. Her voice trembled through the speaker. Broken, crying. "Please, I'm sorry. He left me. I shouldn't have gone with him. I'm outside. Please just open the door." For a moment, I didn't move. I just sat there. Phone in my hand, her voice echoing in my ears. The same girl who left me bleeding was now crying outside my door. I stood up slowly and walked to the entrance. And there she was, messy hair, mascara running down her cheeks, hugging herself like the cold was inside her bones. She looked nothing like the girl who laughed and walked away last night. She took one shaky step forward. "Please, just let me explain," she whispered. I leaned against the door frame. My voice calm but tired. "Explain what that you chose him." Her lips trembled as more tears fell. "I made a mistake. I thought he cared. He left me when I cried. You've always been the one who stayed." It hurt more to hear her admit it than it did to watch her walk away. Because she was right. I stayed. Maybe I stayed too long. I could have shouted. I could have begged for a reason. But instead, I breathed in slowly and said, "Last night, you taught me something. Love isn't proven by how tightly you hold someone. It's proven by how you treat them when nobody's watching. And when the world watched, you left." Silence hung between us, heavy and sharp. Her shoulders collapsed as she whispered, "So, this is goodbye." I didn't answer her question directly. I simply said, "You made your choice. Now I'm making mine." Then I closed the door gently. Not with anger, but with finality. I walked back inside, heart aching, but strangely peaceful. For the first time in months, the silence didn't hurt. Felt like healing. She stayed outside for a while. I could hear her muffled sobs through the door, but I didn't open it again. I didn't check my phone. I just sat on the floor, back against the door, letting the weight of everything settle inside me. And even though it broke me, I knew I'd finally done the hardest and most important thing.